Made with Music. www.madewithmusic.co.uk. Abbey House Museum, established 1927.
Hi everyone, my name's Catherine.
And my name is Hannah.
And we're from a charity called Made with Music. We've come to sing some songs with you today, and you'll also see Beth and Robert from Made with Music, plus Sarah and Pat from Kirkstall Abbey and Abbey House Museum, who are showing us some of the items from their reminiscence boxes. And there'll also be Susan, who's going to do some movement with us.
So today we are going to go back to the 1950s and we're going to explore some of the items in the box and sing you some songs that have been suggested from other people when they've seen these items in the box. Now we'd love you to get in touch with us if you can think of any other songs that these items make you think of, or some of the questions that we ask you during the video. If you can answer those either by commenting on the video or writing us a letter, we'd love to hear from you.
We definitely would. Now, the first song we're going to sing is a request, and there's a clue behind me here, but maybe you could look out the window and see what the weather's like today. This is from a film that came out in the 1950s, and it's called Singing in the Rain. I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again. I'm laughing at clouds so high up above. The sun's in my heart and I'm ready for love. Let the stormy clouds chase everyone from the place. Come on with the rain, I've a smile on my face. I walk down the lane with a happy refrain. I'm singing, just singing in the rain.
Let's sing again.
I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again. I'm laughing at clouds so high up above. The sun's in my heart and I'm ready for love. Let the stormy clouds chase everyone from the place. Come on with the rain, I've a smile on my face. I walk down the lane with a happy refrain. I'm singing, just singing in the rain. Hope you enjoyed that, Singing in the Rain.
Hello everyone and welcome back. And today we're looking at some items from the 1950s. And we begin by looking at this Leeds Electricity Department savings box.
Now, savings boxes like these were issued by places like the Leeds Electricity Department to be able to keep your money in. And this one in particular was designed to look like a book. Now, if you look closely underneath, there is a separate section to keep your notes in and also for putting your coins in. And it says Automatic Recording Safe Company Limited, London and Birmingham, with the patent number on there. And importantly, if you look round the side, there is also a lock.
Thanks, Pat. Do you remember a gas, electricity or rent man or woman coming to your home to collect? Maybe you had a box like the one in our video to save just for that. I have a lovely memory from my childhood of my great aunt frantically dusting her front room before the man from the Prue came to visit, just in case he thought she had a dusty home, even though my dad always said that dust was afraid to settle in her house. Did you have a money box as a child? Perhaps it was a present from someone special and the memory of it makes you think of that person. Or maybe it makes you think of something that you were saving to buy. Remember, you can pause these videos at any point if you want to reminisce or chat. And now back to Catherine and Hannah for some more singing.
Thanks so much for that, Pat and Sarah. So our electricity box is going to be used to save up for some hot water to give our hair a good wash and get the man out of it. Now this song is from South Pacific, which is a film that was released in 1949, but we've snuck it into this 50s plan as we had so many requests for it. So I'm going to pretend to wash my hair sometimes and do some arm movements. If you want to join in, you can join in with me. It's always nice to have a head massage, but otherwise just enjoy listening to the song. The song is set on a beach in the South Pacific, and one of the women is upset because her partner is being reposted to India. And she's saying, I can just forget about him, no problem. We can wash that man right out of my hair.
I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair. I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair. I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair and send him on his way. I'm gonna wave that man right out of my arms. I'm gonna wave that man right out of my arms. I'm gonna wave that man right out of my arms and send him on his way. Don't try to patch it up, tear it up, tear it up. Wash him out, dry him out, push him out, fly him out, cancel him and let him go, yeah, sister. I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair. I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair. I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair and send him on his way. If the man don't understand you, if you fly on separate beams, waste no time, make a change. Ride that man right off your range. Rub him out of the roll call and drum him out of your dreams. If you laugh at different comics, if you root for different teams, waste no time, weep no more. Show him what the door is for. Rub him out of the roll call and drum him out of your dreams. Oh no, oh no. I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair. I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair. I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair and send him on his way. I'm gonna wave that man right out of my arms. I'm gonna wave that man right out of my arms. I'm gonna wave that man right out of my arms and send him on his way. Don't try to patch it up, tear it up, tear it up. Wash him out, dry him out, push him out, fly him out, cancel him and let him go, yeah, sister. I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair. I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair. I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair and send him on his way.
Brilliant, I hope you enjoyed that. So now we've given our hair a nice wash, we're going to need to get ready to go dancing. But first, we're going to need to get there. And in each of our boxes, there are some toy vehicles from the eras to look at. So we'll hand back to Pat and Sarah.
Thanks, Catherine and Hannah. Yes, in our reminiscence boxes we have these fabulous toy vehicles, which might look familiar. They were called Dinky Toys and they were made by Meccano. And we also have this motor fuel ration book because right up until 1950, fuel was still rationed, and of course Some items were rationed as late as 1954. Let's have a look at these cars in a bit more detail.
So these two lovely Dinky toys were made by Meccano, and they reflected the sort of vehicles you would have seen on the road at the time. The one on the left dates somewhere between the 1930s and 1950s, and it says taxi on the front. And we know that the lovely yellow van on the right is definitely 1950s, and it even says Dinky Toys on the side. Now this motor fuel ration book is for motor cars, and it has a box for the car registration and also for the date of issue, and says that the coupons can be used for units of motor fuel. Now if you look on the back, you can also see that it's got a box for the name and address of the dealer and also the quantity of fuel supplied.
Do you remember how you travelled to your first dance? Was it by bus, car? Did you walk, get the train or tram? Do you remember what you were wearing? How you were feeling? Do you remember any of your favourite songs that were playing that night? We would absolutely love to hear what they were.
Thanks Pat and Sarah for sharing those items with us. We're going to move on to a song that I'm sure you'll all know. Rock Around the Clock was released in 1956 by Bill Haley and the Comets. Please join in with as much or as little as you can.
1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock. 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. Put your glad rags on, join me high. We'll have some fun when the clock strikes 1. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. When the clock strikes 2, 3 and 4, make the band so stand. We'll yell for more. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. When the time strikes 5, 6 and 7, we'll be riding 7, 10. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. When it's 8, 9, 10, 11, 2, I'll be going strong and so will you. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. When the clock strikes 12, we'll pull up and start rocking round the clock again. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. Thanks so much, Susan. So I hope you enjoyed doing that dancing. Here is another upbeat song from the 50s. It's called Lollipop. Now you can carry on dancing using some of the movements that Susan just taught us, or perhaps you could clap or sing along if you know it. Here are Beth and Robert singing Lollipop.
Lollipop, lollipop, oh lolly, 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 lollipop, lollipop, oh lolly, 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 lollipop, lollipop, oh lolly, 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 lollipop. Ba-dum, dum, dum.
Lollipop, lollipop, ooh, lolly, 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 lollipop, lollipop, ooh, lolly, 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 lollipop, lollipop, ooh, lolly, 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 lollipop.
Ba-dum, dum, dum. Call my baby lollipop, tell him why his kiss is sweeter than a cherry pie. And when he does a shaky rocking dance, man, I haven't got a chance.
I call him lollipop, lollipop, ooh, lolly, 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 lollipop, lollipop, ooh, lolly, 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 Huckleberry, cherry or lime. If you had a choice, he'd be your pick, but lollipop is mine. Lollipop, lollipop, ooh, lolly, 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 lollipop, lollipop, ooh, lolly, 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 lollipop, lollipop, ooh, lolly, 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 lollipop.
Ba-dum-dum-dum. Crazy way he thrills me, tell you why. Just like lightning from the sky. When he tries to kiss me till I can't see straight. Gee, my lollipop is great. I call him lollipop, lollipop, ooh, lolly, 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 lollipop, lollipop, ooh, lolly, 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 lollipop, lollipop, ooh, lolly, 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 lollipop. Ba-dum-dum-dum. Lollipop, lollipop, oh, lolly, 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 lollipop, lollipop, oh, lolly, 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 lollipop, lollipop, oh, lolly, 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 lollipop, lollipop.
Oh, I enjoyed doing some more dancing. So, one of the bigger events of the 1950s and the first royal event ever to be televised was Queen Elizabeth's coronation in 1953. We're going to look at some more items in the box relating to the coronation now.
The coronation in June 1953 was a huge event. Many people held street parties and lots of people chose to either rent or buy a television set to watch it live. Over 277 million people are estimated to have tuned in globally. Now, we couldn't, for obvious reasons, fit a full-size TV set into our reminiscence box, so we have instead this rather lovely Dolls TV set from about the same period. And like lots of big royal events, there was a lot of memorabilia produced. This is an OXO tin from 1953. It has a picture of the Queen on the front and it says, "Long may she reign." Let's have a look at these objects in a bit more detail.
So let's have a bit of a closer look at this Doll's House TV set. It dates from the mid to late 50s and it's made of wood and the screen is made of glass. And of course this is a time before plastic toys became widespread. The other item we were looking at was the OXO tin, which has the picture of Her Majesty on the front and also the flags and emblems. And then on the back it says, "A souvenir to celebrate the coronation of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, 2nd of June 1953, with the compliments of OXO Limited, London, England."
Do you remember the Queen's coronation? Perhaps you were one of the millions of people that Pat mentioned who were watching on the television. Or maybe you tuned in on the wireless. Did you have a street party or school celebration? Or did you treat yourself to some souvenirs, like my Silver Jubilee cup? Next, we are going to listen to Robert playing a piece of music from the coronation.
Hi everybody, this piece is called Trumpet Tune, imaginatively titled, by the composer Jeremiah Clarke, who lived at the end of the 17th century. It's going to feature my D trumpet. This is a slightly smaller than normal trumpet. That means that I can play a little bit higher and sound a little bit more like the music from that time period. Even though, back when they wrote this piece, the trumpet didn't even have valves on it. So it's a tremendously difficult piece to play, and it's still quite hard, but not as hard as it used to be. On the trumpet we have a mouthpiece, and what we do is we make a buzzing sound to make the notes. And then we put it in the trumpet. And we get a wonderful sound. So here we go.
already heard one song from South Pacific, but we wanted to show you another one so that you can relax, close your eyes and imagine an evening out dancing, some enchanted evening. So much, Beth and Robert. It was lovely to hear that duet. So to finish our session today, we're going to listen to Buddy Holly's True Love Ways played on the piano by our friend Jenny. While we're listening, there will be some photographs from our intergenerational project that make us all smile, and hopefully they'll make you smile too. thank you so much for joining us today for the 1950s box. We really hope you've enjoyed seeing some of those items from the museum and singing some songs with us. We hope that it's made you think of some memories of the 1950s, and if it's made you think of any memories or any songs, please let us know them. Perhaps you could write them in the comments below on YouTube, or you could send us a letter or an email. We'd absolutely love to hear your memories, and we're always looking out for new songs to sing. So please do let us know, and we'll see you again soon. Bye!
Abbey House Museum, established 1927. Made with Music. www.madewithmusic.co.uk